Looking at PulseChain, though, so let's turn our attention to our ecosystem. This is very odd because during our stream, we usually have a dip. We actually have a little wee bit of a pump right now. So a modest one, maybe a pump for ants, as some may say. But we do have Pulse itself sitting at 40% below SAC rate, 4 zeros and a 6. We got Pulse X still down 74-ish% from the SAC rate. Incentive token sits at 321. Hex is at 9/10 of a penny. And EHEX at about 2/10 of a penny, a little below to basically where it's been for a long time. But EHEX has been moving up a lot though. So yeah, interesting to see where we're at. We're having a little bit of upwards movement. And you and I were discussing, I think with a certain DJ Moonboy, I think it was this past Friday morning, he was messaging with us back and forth about like, hey, the markets are starting to pump. I think like, we're leaving this area right now. Forgive me, I don't remember the exact words, but like it feels like we're, coiling up to move up basically, and that this little period of being down is over. And then we started to see it dip like right after that, pretty much. So right. We've been hanging out in this zone though. I mean, I think is kind of what his point was. Like we have been here a while. I do agree that it has felt good that we've consolidated right here for a while, and it's getting me more confident that there's not going to be much more downside. What do you think about that, Ewok? If you want to bring up the pulse chart, because I think us hanging out here as long as we have for a few weeks now, it is, hopefully meaning we're going to start heading up here soon. So what do you make of that?
Yeah, let's pull it up here. This crazy candle at the very beginning of this chart drives me nuts. So you got to go past
kind of
it, so
jacks it up.
Yeah, so you can actually get some charting out of it.
Yeah,
where's it at? There we go. Yeah, this was our line. This was the line that we were following. Nice steady rise in price, everything like that, and then it broke through it. I think we're looking at, if we can get back through, I guess it would be anywhere right in here. It's going to be like 0.7, 0.8 till it can probably rise, or the 4 zeros and a 7, 5, 6, somewhere in that vicinity. I'm thinking, by the end of this month, probably, if we can break through that, because I think it's going to be resistance for us now that it's kind of hung out below it. We may tap it a couple times. I hope we can bust through it and then go on to bigger, better things. But yeah, I mean, again, it's still looking healthy. We haven't made lower lows, at least. So, that's a good thing to look at. There are several lower lows down here that it seems to definitely keep bouncing off of. That 0.5, 4 zeros and a 5 has definitely been a strength of it, where it touches it and it boom bounces right back up. So there's definitely things defending it, at least at that price, which was what, half the SAC rate. So yeah, I mean, it's looking strong, and again, these things are going to take some time. There are so many things happening right now where this whole chain is growing, it's developing, it's it's not your traditional release a coin and this all community goes crazy kind of thing for something new to take off.
Right.
It is starting from scratch on a whole layer one, with all these protocols, with all these coins, with all these meme coins. There's so many things happening right now that it's got to settle. It's got to find a good place to start until things can really get wild. And I honestly think that's what you're watching and witnessing right now.
Yeah, I think so too. And good news that I did note down and forgot is we did just actually have the first green weekly close in 8 weeks. So, in 9 weeks, it was the first green weekly close. So that may be the start of a good sign. And I agree with you. Yeah, this isn't like a get out of jail right now and just start moonshotting. I mean, I think it's going to be a slow process here. But that's why you can kind of take some solace in the fact that, like, yeah, well, you can be like, well, we pumped in March and stuff like that, and PulseChain really hasn't pumped as much as a lot of other things and blah, blah, blah. Well, the whole market's really come down from those pumps that happened back then. And now that we're really considering this longer time frame and a right translated cycle going deep into 2025, it gives me a little bit more comfort, feeling like things aren't going to have to happen so quickly that it's like, hey, more time to DCA, more time to be, if you want to stake Hex, if you want to be liquidity providing with PulseChain and PulseX or one of the other pools or something, more time to earn things, and more time, if you want to take chances here and there with small amounts on some of the meme tokens that we're about to discuss to try to increase your bags, because there is ample opportunity to be doing that right now. Like, I don't think that anybody, at this rate, if you want to complain, that's fine. I don't think you have any reason to be complaining if you're in this ecosystem with all of these things popping off, like all these opportunities right now. Whether if you don't want to buy Peach or Nanana, whatever, or some of the other Tangang coins, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. There's other things that you can do, but I'm not saying that you have to buy them and hold on for dear life and you hold them throughout the whole bull market. There's other things that you can do by taking advantage of some of these opportunities. So I just think there's a lot going on right now. And if people are upset, then they need to maybe get out of their comfort zone a little bit,
Right.
So
Yep. I agree.